opinionated, frank, blunt, straightforward, honest, individual. She just, I was born and raised in the South, so she's antithetical to everything I was raised. I found it exceptionally funny and true and clever, witty, all of those things. But I found it quite moving also. I found it penetrating and thought-provoking, obviously. Sally is fiercely intelligent, but she's also a rather emotional woman now that I've gotten to know her. And when I sat down with her, it all came clear to me when I actually met her. Well, Janet is a woman she keeps thinking she can change. She has great, deep affection for Janet, real, true love. I think it's her only real, true friendship in her life. They, in essence, grew up together. They went to school together. They're from very different lives. I mean, I'm an American, she's British, but they were educated together. I think April fancied herself at some point a writer, but she went into publishing instead. She's very successful. But I think Janet remained the idealist. Love. I think it's a film about just the triumph or the defeat or the agony of love and friendship. And the value of truth. It is different. It is. For obvious reasons, and then for very subtle reasons. It's having now worked with quite a few female directors, but in particular, I think certain films lend themselves to a certain energy that exists on a set that only a woman can have, and a certain insight. And, Sally, I just don't think this film would have worked had it been directed by a man. I think it requires everything that Sally has. And part of that is her being female.
Warm-hearted, friendly.
Difficult. Anger-inducing, rageful, but truthful, completely and utterly truthful. Yeah. And refreshing at moments.
Because he's an idiot, and he says things.
You said
that
it, I did not.
I can allow myself to do so. I mean, it's really, sometimes it reminds me on the book I read a very long time ago. And this is really called The Idiot by Dostoevsky.
Yes.
It is kind of such an too nice, too friendly,
but
not made for this kind of world we have.
But we are, we really are such yin and yang. We really, opposites sometimes, honestly, in a cliche-ridden way, we do attract. And I think I've never been with anyone so calm and accepting and loving and free-spirit. I've never been with someone so free-spirited. It's antithetical to everything in my body and my DNA. And then he comes along and something happens.
Comedy. Very witty, very British, and comedy, pure comedy. But now while we are shooting, I see it's going in another direction. Sometimes it's really comedy, but it got very much background and psychology and things and acting, and so it's slightly different from what I imagined when I read the script. But I was really delighted by this. By the comedy of it. Oh, but in Germany, as I there are all these movements to get to new borders, to get to new experiences, and who I am, and who am I, and maybe we should try another direction, and whether it's food or healing or an alternative medicine and all this kind of thing. A big deal of it is really fashion. It's to be up to date and to be, to be on the right place with the right people, and to belong to those who are hip, and it's boring. But okay, that's one side of it, and it's fun to play that. But what is more important to me is this. This I don't know. I call it the Russian side. This. It's something childish, naive, and too big heart, and not the possibility to express himself is not very developed. I think he loves very much the way she is, and I think he is sure to be loved from her, but she's maybe doubting, and she's playing around, and not with him, but some of his attitudes she doesn't like that, and so it's a kind of a playful tension between them. Yeah. I'm not surprised by her intelligence, and I'm not very surprised that she is really tough. Hard-working person, and I'm rather surprised that the other side, which is so gentle and so nice and friendly, and she feels, she's very sensitive. She feels when I get problems with this kind of the way they shoot and so on. And then the respectful distance she's keeping by warm-hearted looks, and it's impressive.